Hey, hello everyone, welcome back guys. It's another day, another adventure, and I am today here at the foothills of Kabbaladurga near Kanakpura town here, and I have come here to climb this peak today, and I'm joined by my friend Lohit, Papa. So yeah, we started around 5:30 from Bangalore. We have reached here, it's around 7:15, and we plan to hike this hill right behind us. Let's get going. Wow. So I was thinking we came pretty early, but then we see around minimum 7-8 cars and lot of bikes. So it seems this place is also famous for night trekking. I just saw a group leave actually. So they had come at 2 o'clock in the night it seems. So yeah, so people come here for night treks and pretty early in the morning. And just at the foothills of this Kabbaladurga, they have done a lot of mining here. I think it's on, I'm not sure if it's an active mine or not, but this kind of spoils the beauty of this place actually, these mines. There seems to be steps up there, so that's the route up. Should be an hour or an hour and a half trek, I guess. So this hill gets its name from Kabbalu village, which is at the foothills here, and there is this temple of Kabbalamma at the foothills. There seems to be a small temple here as well. The initial route here is a little confusing. We took a slightly different route here, so it seems the route actually goes somewhere over there actually, but somehow we missed that. We came to the left side, and now we'll have to try and climb and try to reach the steps over there from here. And it looks like Kabbaladurga has quite some history, and right from it being under the control of Mysore rulers, and then it eventually shifted to Hyder Ali, and after that to British rule. So I heard it was also used as a prison. So some of the famous people were kept in prison on top of this hill. So a lot of history here. So finally we made it to the right track. So this is the actual route that we need to take. Somehow, that's the temple we were there a little while ago. Instead of coming this way, we came this way and directly climbed till here. So it was a pretty tough climb up till here. From here on we have the proper path to take. So this looks like part of the old fort wall. The history of this place goes back to 1700s. So I think that is when it was built. And typically, like any fort, I think even this fort has several layers of defense in the form of fort walls. I don't know if there are 7 layers here, but usually that's what used to be there in a lot of other forts. It's nice to see this part still in pretty much intact. So this is entering one section of the fort here after crossing the fort walls. Typically in those days there would be guards posted in this area who have a good lookout all around, especially from this area. We have gained a good altitude already, but a long way to go still. This place seems to be pretty famous. One thing is looking at the people who are coming here and looking at all the trash that we humans typically leave wherever we go. I was here many years back and I managed to climb only half of the hill because it was almost getting dark by the time we started. So, but a lot of things have changed. We now have proper steps cut out in the hill right from here. All this used to be, you had to just directly climb on the face of the rock, but they've made it much more accessible now. So that's the number of steps that you have climbed so far. This section is quite steep actually. I think I've climbed about half the hill by now, and what a fantastic view all around. In fact, next week I'm headed off to Himachal Pradesh for a week-long trek. I'll share you more details about that in the next vlog. But yeah, the reason I came here was I wanted to, get an experience of some hill climbing. So which is why I selected this place this weekend. So I'm getting a good workout. And that over there must be the famous Kabbalamma temple, and that's the Kabbalu village from which this hill gets its name. This Kanakpura is such a lovely place. In all around you are covered with hills on all four sides. Fantastic place. So that's another level of the fort here. It's a tough climb actually. This way. They should ban such disposable water bottles and one-time plastics at least while coming to these places. You either carry some proper bottles like steel bottles or Tupperware, which you will not throw anywhere, but such one-time plastics should be banned. It's crazy. This one section is quite tricky here actually, because you have to traverse across from one side to another here, and it's slightly steep here, and there's one place where the railings are broken as well, so got to be extra careful. Well, that's the house next to which we have parked our bike. This is the next level of fort here. What amazes me is, back in 1700s, for people to build this only using manpower and ingenuity, it's fantastic, man. All the forts, hats off to the people who've actually built it. And to build such rings of protection using such massive stones, you would have had to bring this from all the way below. It is so difficult just for you to climb up. They brought such things up. Imagine how hardy those people were. And one thing to notice here is, there they have actually built a sort of a brick wall actually. I'm not sure if even that is 300 years old or what, because on top of that there are these stones, this structure. So I think even that must be old. And the way this wall has been built, it's very prominent. Let's continue. Check that out. There are more levels of the fort. Maybe that's the inner fort over there. And I don't have anything for you. That monkey, I think he's used to bullying people. He's walking right up to me. When he sees me, and he walks right up to me, thinking he can bully me. Okay, this is it. I think we are at the top. Okay guys, that seems to be a structure, proper structure. It's not a guard lookout. I'll see if I can go there. I'm not sure if that was the actual prison there. And there is one water source here on the top, and look how beautiful it is. And from what I read, I was told for the prisoners they had even poisoned this water source so that none of the prisoners would live, is what I had read. I'm not sure how true it was, but it's scary. There's another place there. I think that must be a temple there. This must be the temple. It's closed here, on top of Kabbaladurga. Fantastic, awesome place.
ಇರುತ್ತೆ ಬಾಡಿ.
Don't tell me this is a prison anta. I hope this is not the prison, man. Seriously, alva? Huh?
ಇಷ್ಟ ಇದೆ.
Could this be prison?
ಇದ್ರೂ ಇರ್ಬೋದು ಒಟ್ಟು.
My God, man, they were so. Not sure what structure this is, but if this was a prison, man, it would be so horrible to stay in actually for people. This looks like a hinge to some wooden door or something, if that is it. By the way, I have read reports that at the time of British rule, they had built a place to hold all their weapons. So this can even be that as well. So I'm no historian, I'm not sure. But yeah, this might be that as well. If it's not a prison or a storage place for weapons. Let's go check out other places here. That behind me, that looks to be like the peak of Bhiman Kindi actually, where I have plans to visit sometime. So this is a proper compound. Maybe there was something inside here. Maybe that was their living quarters or something. Or this was their last line of defense. Usually during those times, all forts had 7 layers of defense. Okay, we are coming to the other side of the hill here. Nice. Now this is another ruin here. Not sure what this was. This is a classic example of nature, claiming back its way into human man-made structures. They have built a wall and the tree has claimed it back. The wall is all burst, crumbled almost. So now even the entrance is blocked. So you can't go inside here. Let's see if there is a way from there. So that's the fallen part of wall here. Okay, this is how far you can come. This one part looks like some sort of a room, and on the other side there is another sort of a small room or something like that. Not sure what this was again. Maybe this was the prison. Not sure. Now this is the direction in which we climbed. That's where bikes are parked, and that's the Kabal village. It's actually, it took us about 1 hour 10 minutes or something like that to climb the hill. It's quite a steep climb actually in most of the areas. Okay, so the temple we visited there, that is the Shiva temple. Seems Kabbalama temple is right there. Okay, you can see that. A lot of monkeys. Alright, so we are done with exploring around the area here. There are too many monkeys here now, so it's time, and it's also getting hot. So we have started to get down now. Getting down is no straightforward either. It's quite tricky in a few places for sure. There are a lot of monkeys. There are no soldiers now, but these monkeys are the guards here. Wow, you gotta be careful here. ಅದು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ಬಿಟ್ರೆ ಬಿಡೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ನೋಡೋದು ಕೈಯಲ್ಲಿ ಮತ್ತೆ now this is the tricky section I found while climbing up, and while climbing down it's trickier now. Wow. ಚಾರ್ಜ್ ಇದೆಯಾ ನಿಂಗೆ? ಬೇಡ ಜಸ್ಟ್ ಥಿಂಕಿಂಗ್.
ಅಲ್ಲ ಇದೆ.
ಓಕೆ, ಒಂದು ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಕಿ ಇದೆ ಸರಿಯಾಗದು.
ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಟ್ರಿಕ್ಕಿ ಇದೆ.
Seems there is some puja there today, so now more crowd is coming. The initial crowd was all tourists. Now I think they are all locals. Ready? Getting down is so tricky in areas for us itself, but I saw a lady there. She's carrying her young, I think 2-year-old son in her arms and then climbing the peak. Definitely must be a local, but yeah, for them it's, they're used to it maybe. Manageable. Wow. while getting down. Wow, it looks so steep. Even with steps, it is such a steep incline actually. Previously, the route was like this. It used to go diagonal and up from there to the hill. Now they have made a route straight up. In fact, even though it is with stairs now, I feel the route that they had made with the railings, which goes diagonally across the hill, that's a better one actually. Alright guys, so we are back down after climbing the mighty Kabbaladurga there. So, and we are resting under a beautiful shade of a tree. So yeah, it took us about an hour, I think. We didn't keep much track of the time to come back down as well. So yeah, it's a tough trek actually. It's steep actually mainly. Apart from that, it's doable. It was a nice trek. Lot of history there. Lot of structures there. Especially for people who are interested in checking those places out. It's actually nice. And for people who just want to have come here and trek, it's beautiful for them as well. Only thing is, just we need to ensure that there's a lot of garbage here. That's something to keep in mind. We should not throw so much of garbage, especially one-time plastic here. So, all right, guys. So I'll see you guys next time on another vlog, and that will be from Himachal Pradesh. Until then, take care. See you then, and goodbye from us. Bye. ಬೈಕ್ ತೆಗೆದು ಅಂದಿದ್ದಲ್ಲಪ್ಪ, ನೆರಳು ನಿಲ್ಲಿಸಿ ಅಂದ್ಬಿಟ್ಟು.
ನಾನು ಅದು ಕ್ಲೀನಾಗಿ ಉಲ್ಟಾ ನಿಲ್ಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಪ್ಲಾನ್ ಮಾಡ್ಕೊಂಡಿದ್ದೆ.